It's your boy Noto, back in these YouTube streets because your boy won't miss a beat. And in today's video, we're going to discuss Woman Explains Why Attractive Men Get Away with Everything. So, I came across this clip, guys. You already know what's up. I'm going to show you guys this clip. We're going to come back and we're going to chop it up.
You know, we always talk about pretty privilege amongst women, right? But I never really hear a conversation about pretty privilege / handsome privilege amongst the men. Because a lot of y'all men, y'all get away with a lot of shit too because you are very attractive. And especially if you have a great personality and you don't use it to you use it to your advantage, but just enough to kind of get you by. You kind of get away unscathed depending upon the situation. So I just find it very, very interesting how men do have pretty privilege as well. They may not recognize it. I was having a conversation with somebody that's very near and dear to my heart the other day, and it was a situation involving, the laws, and unfortunately, certain circumstances, he kind of got away unscathed. And I told him, I said, yeah, because you are very handsome and you have a great personality and he's funny as fuck. So I just find it very, very interesting how we never have a conversation about pretty / handsome privileges amongst men. So what's your thoughts about men having pretty / handsome privileges amongst the community? Drop down in the comment section. Let's just have a conversation. I'm interested because it does exist amongst men.
Okay, unpopular opinion. Pretty privilege isn't just for women, it's for men too. If you're good looking, your life is going to be better. In some ways, you can receive some discrimination, it is a thing, but for the most part, the better looking you are, the better your life is going to be. So as a man, if you take care of yourself, you have good hygiene, you go to the gym, you have good mental health, you have good manners, you're kind to yourself, you're kind to others, you're gonna have pretty privilege too. Pretty privilege isn't just for women, it's for men. It's for people who choose to invest in themselves and their appearance, and they care about their reputation and the way they appear in the world. So do with that what you will.
Pretty boys, they get more pretty privilege than women. Not even lying. Pretty guys get more pretty privilege than women do because of all the pig bitches out there. Okay? And all the gay men out there that want to turn them gay. They get pretty privilege from gay men, bi men, pygmisha, lesbians, closeted DL men, girl, they get pretty privilege from everyone. You only getting pretty privilege from straight men and lesbians and maybe some bi men. That's it. They get pretty privilege from everybody. So think about it. Think about this. Your man so pretty, he getting hit on left, right, in the middle, up, down, all around. Okay.
Men are not playing by the same rules. All men are not created equal. I made that video talking about D'Angelo's brother because I wanted to prove a point. A lot of times when I do stuff, it's to prove a point. I go back and forth arguing with dudes on this app all the time about handsome privilege, right? And how men are not created equal just like women are not. Men who are attractive, they do not play by the same rules as average men. They do not play by the same rules as very unattractive men, right? They get privileges that a lot of men will never get the experience. When men sit up talking about all men have to pay to play, no, they don't. Right? But this is something that you will never fully understand because you've never been in the place of an extremely attractive man. So in your mind, you just can't even conceptualize that there's men who just have to exist and women just throw themselves at them. But if you don't believe it, you can go through my comment section and you can clearly see on that video how women are when a man is attractive. And this is why I continuously tell men that physical attraction, sexual attraction is the best attraction that you can get from a woman. Dangling money in front of her will only make her want to use you. And if you want to be used, that's fine. I love that for you. But if you actually want a woman who, when she see you, she just wants you strictly off the fact that she's so attracted to you, That's a different level of attraction. That's the type of attraction a man should want. You shouldn't want her to have to think about all the things that you can do for her financially in order for her to get turned on. Or she can't get turned on to even think about you in a sexual way unless she can think about all of the money and things that you can buy her, versus she just look at you and she wants you. But again, y'all are not playing by the same rules. A lot of y'all will never get to experience that. You will never get to have women just off the strength of you looking the way you do. You will have to pay to play. You will have to be an exceptional man. You will have to be a top tier man in every aspect in order to get the same treatment that a man who is just simply attractive gets. And I know that's hard to accept, but we women have to accept it. We're not created equal. We don't all play by the same rules. There's a hierarchy when it comes to women. You're more attractive versus you're less attractive, and the benefits the more attractive ones get, the lower ones don't. The things that more attractive women can get away with that less attractive women can't. That's just what it is.
Now, as you can see, the privilege is definitely real, and women are very aware of the fact that when attractive men have that privilege, bro. They're aware of that. They're aware of that because they have the time. They have the certain guy that they're going to give everything to, that they're not going to question. They're not going to care what situation he's in. That's why I always say this, guys. Whenever like you are an attractive man to a woman, bro, you can get away with just about everything. She said all that 6 figures, 6 foot thing and all that other stuff goes out of the window when she finds you attractive. They just be saying that stuff online, just blowing a bunch of hot air. But when it comes to reality, when it comes to real life, bro, the amount of stuff that you can get away with for being an attractive man is absolutely insane. I'm telling you. I am telling you, bro. Like, all sense of rationality goes out of the window when a chick finds you very attractive, sexually attractive. I'm telling you that now. That's why she said at the end of it, when she be like, oh, if the man asks, do women still do this? Do women still do that? You don't have the privilege. It's plain and simple. That's why I don't go back and forth with guys and all that other stuff when they start talking all this other stuff. Oh, they want to do this, they don't do that, and that. Bro, you just not having the same experiences, bro. We are not living the same type of life. Because I'm the type of guy I got away with just not having car, not having my own spot, not having none of that stuff, but having women with their own spot and having women with really nice cars pull up to the place where I was staying at. You see what I'm saying? So it comes to that point when women are very attracted to you, they're not asking you how much money you make and none of that stuff like that. They ask, oh, you live at your mama's house? Okay, I'll come pick you up. Oh, I'll come and take you this. Or I'll come and do this. I'll come this. Or you ain't got no car? I'll come and pick you up. Oh, you want to come drive? You want to drive? You want to come stay over here? All kind of stuff. They'll come and take over there, cook for you and all kind of stuff like that, bro. All that stuff goes out of the window. Oh, they be like, oh, you just a boy toy, or you just this. I always told you guys, I'm not saying be satisfied and be complacent. Never said that. But all I'm saying is having that privilege at base form meaning you don't have anything and all that stuff like that. If you could do that, so when you actually get your stuff together and stuff like that, that's basically Super Saiyan for, attractive guy. That's Super Saiyan pretty much. So when you got the stuff together and you look good, bro, you can get away with not having anything. So when you got stuff, bro, it's just catastrophic levels of getting away with stuff. She said you can get away with being inconsistent. You can get away with not having a good personality, none of that stuff. That's why I be like, oh, you got to be like this. You got to be like, you don't really have to do nothing. You really just need to just exist and have a woman see you and want you and lust after you. That's all it is. Bro, she would basically fit into your life. Basically, she really will. And that's what a lot of women, they're like fighting that urge to, because they know how it is when they're seeing a guy that they're very attracted to. They know how it is. So they know that all sense of rationality goes out. That's why they don't be wanting to deal with you, because they know that you will pretty much expose them for all the morals and stuff that they said they have for men and all that stuff. It goes out the window. It literally just goes right out the window. So they're trying to hide it from you. That's why a lot of times they'll just ignore. Oh no, that's the devil right there. When they start saying stuff like that, oh no, heck no, I can't deal with him. Oh no, I can't. He's dangerous. When they say stuff like that, you're dangerous because you have the leverage. You're dangerous because you can get away with it. You're dangerous because she'll do anything for you. You're dangerous because all you got to do is look her in the eyes and she'll melt. That's why you're dangerous. That's why you get away with everything. And that's why a lot of women are getting really good at not subjecting themselves to it. So they've come up with the tactic of not really getting involved with you and running the other way. They've gotten really really good at that. But now so many women, they can't even resist. They don't even care. They already know what the outcome gonna be, but they put a fantasy in their head and they make it rational in their head to mess with you, even though they know it's going nowhere. They know it's going nowhere, but in order to satisfy that desire, they'll still deal with you anyway, even though they know the outcome is going nowhere. Bro, that's how crazy this is. That's how crazy it is. They know it ain't gonna be no future with you. Even in those cases, they know it ain't gonna be no like suitable future with you, but they still want to indulge. They can have way more than you. She can be the CEO. You can be the janitor. Check out my janitor video, bro. It don't matter, bro. You get away with everything. You get away with having a low grade job. You get away with having no money. You get away with not having a house. You get away with not having a car. You get away with having not a good personality. You get away with being awkward or nerdy. You get away with loving anime and stuff like that. I'm gonna tell you about something with me. To me, I always had like a problem with like hood chicks and stuff like that. They always saw me as kind of like lame and stuff like that, but they were sexually attracted to me. So it got to the point where I would be able to smash, but I wouldn't be able to like hang out with them. You see what I'm saying? They liked me. They liked me enough to smash, but as far as like fitting into their social circles, going to hang out with them and all that stuff like that, it just didn't mesh. Our personalities wasn't compatible, but they still like me anyway. You see what I'm saying? They still like me anyway. They can call. It's the same chicks that call me lame and square was hitting me up 2 and 3 in the morning to come by and smash. Plain and simple. Like the same chicks, bro. Like that was crazy to me. I'm like, she was just calling me a square in front of all these other chicks, but she calling me up to come over and smash straight up. So that's how I knew that, like, bro, that you get away with just about everything. So they saw me as lame and square just because I like anime and I was in the band and stuff like that. So, hey, I'm telling you right now, when you're an attractive man, you pretty much can you get away with a bunch, bro. When it comes to when you get away with just about everything, bro. Women will turn on their families to deal with an attractive man that they're telling them to leave alone, or they're telling them all that. Why you think that they keep going back to these toxic situations that they say or whatever? Some of them, I ain't gonna say all of it's toxic, but some of them might be toxic, but some of them might not be as toxic as whatever. But in the woman's head, she's in wonderland and she don't give a damn about any of the discrepancies she might face by being around you or being involved with you. The fact is, she's turned on and she wants to stay in your presence. You have mentally stimulated her and physically stimulated her, and now she's enamored by your presence and she loves to be around you. It just is what it is. So, hey, everything that's trying to get in the way of that, they gotta go. That's why women turn on their friends. That's why they turn on their family. It's almost like an alcoholic that wants to drink, right? And somebody keeps saying, "Oh, you need to slow down and slow down." You know how aggressive an alcoholic or a real drunk get with you when you tell them about their drinking problem? Every time you try to tell them anything that has to do with getting away with that alcohol, you know they finna go in. They finna go in on your ass, straight up. They finna go right in on you. You ain't finna say nothing about that substance that make them feel so good. So that's the same way a woman feel about an attractive man. Hey, you ain't finna say nothing about my man. You ain't finna say nothing about him. If you got something to say, you can go straight up. I'm so serious. Women will turn on their families. They'll turn on their friends. They'll backstab their friends that they've been going to high school with, that they grew up with, and the sandbox stays with. That's how crazy this gets. That's how crazy this gets. So for guys that just can't relate to this kind of stuff, just get the hell out of here, bro. I'm telling you right now, women need this, or women need that. They need provisions, or they need that. Like the women that's already been through those phases and they've dealt with those guys and stuff like that, and they just ready to finally settle down. Of course, they're gonna be like, okay, but they've done it. You see what I'm saying? And who's to say in the future that they wouldn't still want to do it? Now, some women just get tired and they get mature. Okay, I understand that. But at the end of the day, that desire is still looming. And if they don't find that in the guy that they're with, they're still going to be looking. I guarantee you that's 10 out of 10 chances they still will be in search of that guy. You know how David Ruffin said, "Oh, y'all just the Temptations." No, y'all need the Temptations. Y'all in Temptations in search of another David Ruffin. Basically saying y'all ain't nothing with me. So they always going to be in search of that guy that gives them they have the lust for and the genuine desire for. And if that guy that they're married to doesn't give them that, and they're only providing financial security and stuff like that, oh yeah, they're trying to look for companionship, that can only go so far. A woman can be like emotionally cool with you and stuff like that, but bro, if the genuine desire and lust isn't there, and all it is like, okay, cool, he makes me feel good, and that only goes so far. They need that lust and desire, and they can't really, if they can't mesh that together with that guy, if they have to try to mesh it, no, it ain't gonna work. It's best when it's right off the bat. You see what I mean? Now, some women, they can fool themselves and they acting like they really like this guy, but just keep it a buck. Back in, they see some guy in person, they see some guys on the TV, bro, it's gonna be looming. So even if the candle is dwindling really small and it's real dim, the fire is still lit. And it dwindles, but it never goes out. That genuine desire, that lust, and that genuine desire right off the bat, it never dies out. That candle's always lit, even if the light is so small. So at the end of the day, they can fool themselves into feeling like, oh yeah, I got this man, and I just want to try something with this guy, and I'm tired of dealing with these types of guys, because they probably been hurt in the past and stuff like that. And yes, it can happen. And yes, they might have had a traumatic experience, but okay, yeah, I'm done with it and all that. But that doesn't mean the candle goes out. The candle never goes out. You see what I'm saying? They always seek that in a certain degree. Maybe not with that same experience that they had with that guy, but they still seek out the fact that they want to be genuinely attracted to a guy, lusting after a guy. They love to do that. They love doing that. That's why they get in these friend groups and women groups and do that and talk about guys to each other. Yes, they like to do that, and they like to be able to brag about a guy. You see what I'm saying? So even if the guy don't have nothing, they'll still brag to their friends about, oh, they got this, oh, he got that, oh, he ain't got. And a lot of women, they'll be like, oh, yeah, I want to deal with this guy because he ain't got nothing, because I feel like I can control him and stuff like that. But if you on game, you ain't gonna be in control or nothing like that. So when she start playing them games, you flip the script on her. Hey, it's been chicks that try to do a power play with me because I ain't have as much as them. It happens. It happens. They'll come at you, but you still gotta stand your ground. Hey, I ain't finna do all that shit. Hey, you need to get the fucking line. I still ain't gonna deal with you. I don't give a fuck if you got all this stuff and I ain't got nothing, but you ain't finna play with me like that. They'll go away for about a week or so or whatever, and they bring their ass right back. Straight up. I've done it. Trust and believe me on that. So I'm telling you right now, don't come by you as much as they make it seem like they do. And especially if you did your thing and they looked at you and they lusted at you as soon as they saw you, oh yeah, you getting away with just about everything. So you getting away with talking shit to them. You getting away with they power, going in on their power plays, even though they have the leverage in that situation, I guess financially and all that other stuff. But you got her about the lust. You see what I'm saying? That's way more powerful than anything that she owns, anything that she's accomplished, and all that other shit. I'm telling you, that shit goes beyond logic. It goes beyond rationality. It goes beyond any type of understanding that average guy just couldn't even fathom. You feel me? But anyway, it's your boy Noto back in these YouTube streets because your boy won't miss a beat. And remember, guys, anybody can improve themselves. They want to work at it. I'm out.
I'm chillin', I really ain't worried about niggas. I promise I keep it Hakuna Matata. Even though niggas be looking and sounding like me, that boy Morris said I'm not the father. Swear I'm a dog, I get vicious when I'm irritated. I might need a shock on my collar. Don't got a filter, just keep it straightforward. I play my position, Andre Iguodala. Ain't no exposing me, I get a D hit or ovary. Don't even go down that road with me. And if a chicken obsessed, I don't need it. I want that Miss Parker with Professor Ogilvy. Bitch ain't no testing me, none of these bitches be stressing me. Capping like they got the best of me. But if she go off and get with another man, really she still gon' be thinking about sexing me. Done with these bitches, let's get to this paper. One piece of the pie, sell out on the merit. Chasing that money, Coyote Road Runner ain't doing no talking, just like Tom and Jerry. Ain't no beef with no drama, it won't make no money to me, it's just unnecessary. But if I'm pushed, I'm gon' have to crash out on a nigga and then I'ma call up as Gary.